guys, welcome back to my channel. You came back. In this week's video, what I have for you is a first impression and review of PEPPI Gel dip powder and liquids. I have used their dip powders before, but this is my first time using their liquids since I very first started. I actually started with PEPPI Gel, but I feel like some things have changed since then. So if that is something that you're into seeing, go ahead and stick around and let's get into it. Okay, so PEPPI Gel. Comes in this box, and it's hard for me to show you because it's super close, but it comes with instructions. Comes with paper to hold it all in, and it comes just like, this is the starter kit. So like one color, all the liquids, and a buffer block. So this is a first impression because somebody asked for it, but I've used PEPPI Gel before. In fact, PEPPI Gel is what I started with. That was 3 years ago, so it's different now. I don't know if it's different. I don't know if the liquids are exactly the same, but it's got a three step. The bottles are definitely completely different than when I started. I'm not likely going to use this buffer. I've used PEPPI's buffer before, and I don't like it particularly. So, yeah, we're going to give this a try. Somebody had requested me to do PEPPI Gel, and so I'm going to. Here we go. They sent in the box, this was all sent to me by PEPPI Gel, by the way. This is Gold Digger, and I have a coupon code for you from PEPPI Gel. So the code is IGLOVE for 20% discount. I'll put it down in the description, and it'll also be on my Instagram. So that is for 20% off of a starter kit, like just what I got. So, this is Gold Digger, like I said, and then I have a couple of PEPPI colors that I'm going to use. This is Blushing Bride, and this is Strawberry Prosecco. They look like this together. And I'm just going to do, like, the mani I always do when I'm doing a first impression. It comes sealed. The seal was a little, like, pushed in. That happens with colors, you guys. It's really not that big of a deal for me. Like, I know that a lot of people have complained to companies before about that, but really, I mean, for me, it's not that big of a deal. I did open it already so that I could swatch it because I wanted to make sure. I have a few PEPPI Gel colors, and I just wanted to make sure that I like picked a good combo, because actually this combo that I'm doing is not the combo I originally thought I was going to do. But these bottles, by the way, feel heavy. They feel really nice. A lot nicer than the bottles that I used when I originally used PEPPI. But this was like 3 years ago when I originally used PEPPI. Wait a second. Oh, good. There's the good news. It doesn't dry too quickly. I think I might do this a little bit differently than what I said I was going to. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Sorry, bear with me. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do glitter, and then the light color, and then a glitter ombre with the light color, and then dark, dark. That's how I'm actually going to do it. Because I haven't done one in that particular pattern in a while. Oof, no. Okay. Let me put it on a little bit thinner. I think I put it on too thick and it got all ripply. It's better. Blushing Bride is this very, very light color. Super pretty. I'm like so into nudes. They're my favorite. So far I like these liquids. The brush feels nice. They definitely They go on thick though if you don't wipe off the brush really good, so make sure you do that. But so far, so good. Let's see how long they take to dry. It always makes me nervous doing the brush the first time. Sometimes it doesn't like to adhere to your nail as well. It's weird, it's being weird. Like it was going on like kind of patchy. I don't know what that's about. I know I don't have any oils on my hands because I literally just washed them, so with Dawn soap like 3 times. So, but that's okay. It's not affecting it, not really. So I used to say that I liked a brush that like fanned out more, but since I've been using Virgo and Gems, and I was sent other brush heads, but I never switched them out, I've kind of gotten used to the kind of brush that doesn't really like fan out too much anymore. It's a little tighter than like Triple Vitamins brush, and I'm kind of digging it. And I would say that these brushes from PEPPI are definitely a tighter brush, which I like. Right now. I could change. Don't know why it's doing that on my thumb. I do have to say this base burns my eyes. Just then when I was close. They're not going on too thick though either, so that's nice. And I did not read the directions, so just like every other time. God, why does it keep doing that? Like, it's acting like I have oils on my hands, but I know that I mean, other than touching my finger to it, which I do that all the time, I really should not have oil on my hands because I literally just washed them 3 times. I washed them after I prepped. And then I went downstairs and had a snack. So I washed them again. And then I came upstairs and I washed them again. So I don't know why it's doing that. I don't want to like blame the liquids for it because I don't know that it's them. But it does feel weird because I like haven't done anything different than I do with any liquids. So I don't know. But these powders are going on very nice. They're nice and silky smooth. I have to say, I have used, like I said, I've used PEPPI's. You see the little dots though? What is going on? Like that'll buff out, it's fine, whatever. And they're not super thick, so that's also good. But I don't know why it's doing that. It's really freaking me out. Like I've said, I've used PEPPI's powders before. And I like them. I think they're very good quality and they go on nice and smooth and all of that. I would say if I had one piece of criticism to the powders, I would say it would be that they only sell 1 ounce jars. And I don't know that I want to spend $17 on a 1 ounce jar of a color that personally, I only use my colors like, some of them I use multiple times, but a lot of them I just use like once or twice, so it feels extreme. I'm gonna ombre that nail. I really don't want to do another dip on my middle. These light colors are like so hard to get like a good cuticle with because they are not forgiving whatsoever. They show every single little flaw. I hate the dots on there, but we're just gonna fucking ombre, so. Should I do another dip? No. No, I should not. It's gonna be too thick. It's gonna be too thick if I do another dip. Ah. Okay, well, I'm gonna do. God. It's stressing me out. No, it's fine. 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 Let's do the glitter. Because those little spots that I'm seeing, that y'all are seeing, those will buff out. It'll be fine. It's fine. I don't know why it's happening. I wish I could figure out why it's happening. I mean, my logical brain says it's because it got contaminated with some kind of oil, which likely came from my hands, but it's like, I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how that happened because I washed my hands. So I just don't know how that happened. It's the only logical thing, but I'm just, I don't know. Aside from that, though, I am really liking these liquids so far. I don't have a problem with them at all, but we'll see when we get to the top coat. That's where I get real picky. And they have like a nice dry time. They don't dry too quickly. They don't take forever to dry. I can pat the glitters down. For the most part. Am I ever gonna regret doing them in this pattern? Hope not. Kind of feels like it. So I have my brush that I always use, my e.l.f. brush. I'm gonna have to do a second pass of ombre. Since there's such big dots, I may just like place them where I want them. I don't know that the base is going to stay wet long enough for me to do that, but I'm going to try. I do recommend if you're working with chunkier glitters and you're doing like an ombre, place those glitters, dude. It's so much easier than like trying to hope that they fall exactly where you want them. So much easier to just place them. Just gonna do like one more pass just to make sure it's like thick right down here at the bottom. Place a couple more glitters. And you could use like a dotting tool or whatever to place the glitters if you wanted to. I always just use a toothpick because it's like right here. I always have a handy toothpick when I'm doing my nails. Multi-job tools are the best. I like prefer to ombre with something with a little more like fine glitter in it, just because I feel like it gives a little more balance to the change of the ombre. Does that make sense? I don't know that it does. You know what I mean? Like it makes the outer spray more even. I'm gonna do probably another dip on my pinky real quick. These glitters are being crazy. All right, let's get some clear dips on here. Since these are such chunky glitters, I'm gonna dip into my thing because I'll be able to fish them out pretty easily if they get in there. Still being weird. I wonder if I just like contaminated the bottle somehow. It's so weird though. I don't know how that could have happened. I literally don't. I'm curious to know if anybody else has had this happen to them. Because I had it happen once with like a top coat. Because I had like put on cuticle oil and then like decided to redo my top coat and without washing my hands like a dummy. Because I just started. Well, it's back when I was freshy new at dipping. So I didn't really know what I was doing. But so I had that happen, but I haven't had it happen in a very, very long time. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know how that's happening. It's stressing me out. As you may be able to tell, it is causing me a bit of anxiety. Also, my choice of pattern is causing me a bit of anxiety. Because I was like, damn it, Rachel, you should have stuck with the original plan because it would have looked better. But I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. I haven't done this pattern in a while. This finger looks crazy. Good thing we're gonna file and buff. I have a feeling these kind of glitters are the kind of glitters that I can, since there's silver in there, I'm not really as concerned about the glitters turning silver when I file and buff. Does that make sense? So that's why I kind of let it be crazy looking. I think it'll turn out okay. As long as we get a good clear coat over the top. Whoa. Okay. All right, so let's do a shine coat. No. Let's do set. That would be Activator. Oh my goodness, that was on tight. Give that a minute or two just to let the activator do its job. All right, let's file and buff. This is stressing me out a little bit. You can still see those dots. That is really stressing me out. So we're just gonna keep buffing until hopefully we buff them out, but it is really stressing me out that that happened. I like to put on Activator. Now, okay, here's the thing I want you to know. I activate in between filing and buffing a lot to see what I'm doing. But I also know that the fact that I activate so much can over harden your dip powder and make it more likely to crack. So do with that with what you will. But I like to see what the hell I'm doing, and it's hard to see. God, it's just so fucked up. It's also my thumb, and you won't really see it in pictures. So I may end up leaving it depending on how my other nails look. And hopefully the top coat is really like self-leveling and just like soaks into those holes and you can't tell. I think I mostly got it at this point. Oh yeah, see that? Way better. Way better. There's still a little spot right there, but we're gonna just call in down here, but we're just gonna call that and it'll be fine because also in the picture you won't really see it. So Okay, pinky. I did make sure to run my toothpick all along underneath the glitters so that I should be able to get my file in there. But if you have a nail, like this nail looks crazy, doesn't it? It's fine. We're going to fix it. Watch. You can take your metal file. If you don't have one yet, you can get one on Amazon. They're really cheap. You can also get one at Sally Beauty. I've got a link to my Amazon down below if you want to get one. And just like get up underneath the nail, underneath that glitter, and just try and like create a little bit of a gap. Get right in there. That's what I love these metal files for, because they're so thin that you can just like get in there. And as long as you ran the toothpick when it was still wet around, then you won't be on your cuticle skin, and that's what causes lifting. This is crazy. Now I'm using like the coarse side of the 100 grit side of my file and getting in there. That's the thing about these, is they're really good about getting in there and creating like a gap, creating distance, but they're not going to file very quickly. So if you want to actually file, you're going to need to use something coarser if you want to actually get it done in any reasonable amount of time. And just go slow and be gentle, because, you know, your cuticle skin is sensitive. We're getting there. Like, why can't I get it straight though? Do you see how crooked it is? This is another thing that I've been suggesting to people. Like, when your nail is crooked, do you see how crooked that is? Maybe you can't tell so much. It's crooked. Flip it over, you see how crooked it is? Boop. If you file from underneath, you'll be able to get it straighter. My pinkies grow really fast, so I'm not even freaked out about how much length I'm having to take off to get it even. It'll be fine. That took a lot of work, but see, it doesn't look crazy anymore, does it? So that's nice. Here's something I have to say about these liquids. I don't really get dip flu that much, but these liquids are making me like sneezy and my nose run quite a bit. So there's that. The only other liquids that have ever given me a dip flu are Rossi and Dipalicious. So there's that. But dang, they look good. I have to rebuff that, but I'm kind of digging how this is looking. So I'd say they're filed pretty good and buffed pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands just to get the extra dust off, so we give the top coat all of the opportunity. I will be right back. Okay, so I did not read directions as per usual, and I didn't hear anybody's comments this time either about how I should do these, so I'm just gonna do them the way that I always do top coat, and that is I'm gonna activate, set a 2-minute timer, wipe with a lint-free wipe, and then go straight into my top coat. So, activator. Okay. Wiping. Making sure to get all the corners and the sides and everything. Set it down. I do like my top coat brush to spread out a little bit more than this one does, but that's okay. To say it's burning my eyes, but so does triple vitamins, so it's not a deal breaker for me. See how dried down all wavy? That lets you know that your next coat is absolutely ready. It did seem to fill in those holes too, which is great. Hopefully it dries as shiny as it looks like it's going on. Seems to be drying pretty shiny, and not on my thumb too much. There's some weird stuff going on over here, but the rest of my nails seem to be, nope, drying also wavy. So, as you can see, that one is also, and I don't know if that's because, did I put it on too thick? I don't know. And also, I don't know, man. That really sucks. So I'm gonna have to redo the top coat. It's burning. I say my throat. But gonna have to redo the top coat. Not my favorite. You know what? It wasn't my favorite when I started out with it either. I used to always dry patchy. The pinky seems to be okay, but that might just be for now kind of thing. Because look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buff and re-top coat. But yeah, but I'm gonna redo the top coat. I'll be back with pictures and my final thoughts. So what did you guys think of this video? Did you like this video? I feel like I want to say that I liked the PEPPI gel liquids. I want to say that I liked them because I didn't hate them. They didn't dry quickly. They had a really good dry time. The brush was really good. I liked the shape and feel of the bottles. I felt like they felt really, really good. But I did have that problem with the base, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why it was doing that. It was probably user error, but I cannot figure out why, because like I said, I'm pretty careful about how I prep. I did not use cuticle remover, and I washed my hands like 3 times. So I literally have no idea why that happened. And then the top coat, maybe I was doing it too thick because I'm really used to like self-leveling, easy to use, super high gloss top coats, and maybe this one I needed to do like thinner layers on. I'm not really sure what was going on with the top coat either. But the activator was nice. There are things that I like and there are things that I don't like about these liquids. If you want to give them a try, again, I do have a code in the description that you can use for 20% off of a starter kit. I hope that if you do want to use them or give them a try, or you've been wondering, I hope you do. Because again, like I said, it's a learning curve for everybody. I did start with PEPPI liquids, and once I went to triple vitamin, I never looked back because they were so much better for me, but that doesn't mean that they will be for you. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you have a question for me or a comment, leave it down below. If there's something that you want to see me do, I am open. Somebody requested me doing this, and that is why I did this video in the first place. So if there's something that you want to see, go ahead and let me know. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye! Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. Have you ever bought a new bed before? You know when you like buy a new bed and you're like, well, this doesn't feel like it felt like in the store. And then you're like sleeping on it. You gotta like let it get broken in, right? So, but there's like that time in between. And being a truck driver means it's gonna take forever to break that bed in. It's gonna be like 10 years, and when they're like, well, you have 100-day free return if you sleep on the bed, and after 100 days you want to return it, you can. And I'm like, in 100 days I'll have slept on it for a week. That sucks. Lip stuff. Today I am simply wearing, well, and you can't even get it anymore, so what a dick move, Rachel. But this is the Winky Lux coffee glazed lip gloss. We came home for the weekend for Thanksgiving. We weren't supposed to, but then we had a string of events that led to us being here. So, here we are. How was your guys' Thanksgiving? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Did you get to see family? Did you eat lots of good food? What did you do for Thanksgiving? I noticed when because we had a dinner last night, just me and my husband, and there were so many turkeys. It's like everybody's doing like Cornish game hens and like chickens this year because families aren't getting together like usual. We did a chicken, so, which I was kind of sad about because I like turkey. I know there are some people who like really don't like turkey, and a lot of people are probably doing like ham and stuff too, but I really like turkey. It's like one of my favorites. In fact, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. So I'm really glad that we were able to come home because a lot of restaurants aren't really open right now. And so like in the past, if we haven't come home for Thanksgiving, which we have not come home for Thanksgiving quite a bit, we've gone to like, there's these restaurants called Country Pride and Iron Skillet. Country Pride and Iron Skillet. Some of the bigger, the TAs and Petros. We've just gone there and eaten on Thanksgiving for food because they have like buffets and shit. I miss buffets, man. I hope buffets come back. I really do. It's like literally the worst. Like you're most likely to get food poisoning from a buffet, but I just love it. I love food, man. I can't help it. So there's that.